Oh yeah, what's going on, everybody? Good morning. Check it out. Went an old school countdown just for a little, flashback to the past today. How's everybody doing, man? Had a really fun night last night. If you missed it here on the channel, oh man. So I was in a movie, Still Frontier. Where is it at? I already put it back on the shelf. Um, and we watched it last night. We did a watch along because I'm gonna have the directors and some of the actors on the show Thursday night. And look, we're going to be talking shop. So, there's going to be spoilers and all that. So, in order for you to not get spoilers, you got to watch the movie, man. And we did literally a running commentary, just like if you were to watch a DVD at your house and flick on the audio commentary and listen to us chat. So, I am hoping that you've had a chance to see that because it was super fun. And I mean, if I can, the rumor has it Steel Frontier is being processed as we speak for Blu-ray. Hopefully, it'll be coming out later this year. And if they like my commentary, I'll offer it to them. Take the commentary and then add it to the DVD Blu-ray. That'd be super cool, y'all. Right? Oh my gosh! So just so much good stuff happening. But let's get the ball rolling. Bob, are you awake yet? All right, this is going to be a tricky one. So we're just going to, roll, play it by ear today, y'all. So which one is it? Here we go. Okay, Bob, if you would, good luck. Grab a drink, grab a snack, my friends, because it is time for the morning mug. Good luck. There it is. Hey, my friends, welcome back to the Morning Mug. Now, let's chat. Oh, yeah. Good morning, y'all. Oh, it's going to be such a good morning. All right, Bob, go ahead and lose that. See, sometimes Bob keeps those videos around. Say they could accidentally fire themselves up for no reason. But yeah, I got the old iced tea. What am I sporting today? A Space Ghost mug or glass, if you will. I had that earlier because I was watching something we're going to talk about this morning. You may have seen on the thumbnail that, man, that Hulu sci-fi show Alien Earth is #1 in the world. So I was giving it a looky-loo, a gander this morning, and it's fresh in my head. That was it's pretty good. I don't know if anybody's seen it yet, but we'll talk about it coming up. Or if you guys chime in, you want to talk about it now, we can just talk about it. But it's interesting. Well, you know what? Let's just kick off the show, but let's just make it our opening topic. So, Alien Earth, this thing. Well, let's just get right to it. First of all, what am I talking about? The #1 thing is to say howdy to everybody coming in the cafe. Come on in, Will. What's going on? Doors open. Ding. Little bells ringing as you guys come in. Dave, good morning to you. Johnny, he was there last night. What's going on, bro? Thanks for everybody chiming in and stuff. That was a fun night. Joined us for the live watch along. I just want to say I'm sorry for leaving the watch last night. Yeah, I may have. I caught some people. I thought I caught you coming in, but I had another live stream to watch. It's all good. Planning to watch a movie today after I'm done. Nice. Denzel movie. I'm either watching Training Day or Malcolm X. And did you see what movies I watched for the two movies? Not yet. And I'm not getting any physical media this week, but I did get confirmation on Aaron Brockovich. Nice. Aaron Brockovich. That's a good movie. Holland Notes. How are you, sir? Had you and the Adrianster there last night. Digging that. Steve, what's going on, Mr. Moody? Mr. Huck, big howdy. A big howdy. I like that little rousing cowboy howdy. You got your Jurassic Park coffee mug. Excellent. That's one mug I don't have, I think, is Jurassic Park. Whoop, hang on. Right as I was clicking on Hisham, it bumped up on me. Hello, Huck. How you doing? Smoking. Somebody stop me. I know where you're going. Chubbs is back. What is good, Chubbs? See Chubbs in the old audience today. I haven't watched Alien Earth yet. I'm planning to watch it after I'm done watching Handmaid's Tale. 2 seasons left. Kelly. What's good, Kelly? Good to see you. My goodness. Well, guys, gang, gals, dudes, dudettes, thanks for popping in, populating the old Mugsters Cafe. So yeah, let's chat about this alien Earth thing. Has anybody seen it yet? What do you think? No spoilers here. So I'm just gonna give my impression of watching the first episode. So basically, this is a prequel to the first movie, and I will say, from just and I know there's 2 episodes out. I've only seen the first one. The first, and I don't know if they're going to change up the tone, if it's going to become like a mix of the feel of Alien and Aliens, but the first episode very much has like a pace and a tone of the first Alien. And if you watch if you know, to me, the best two are the first two, Alien and Aliens. But Alien is like a slow horror type sci-fi, and the other one's a little bit more fast-paced action adventure sci-fi horror, right? So right now, it's got more of a feeling of that first film, that sort of pace, that aesthetic, and all that good stuff. But let me read you this here over on Screen Rant, y'all. Hulu's new sci-fi masterpiece just launched one of the streamer's most successful original shows ever. And it has already become the most watched show in the world. Alien Earth just premiered on the 12th, y'all. Just a shant 7 days ago. Wait, yeah, I did math on the spot, y'all. High five, Bob. Let's see, and already holds a 96% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. The show is created by Noah Hawley, and it serves as a prequel. It takes place only 2 years prior to the events of the first film that started it all, and it follows this character Wednesday. I was gonna say Wednesday. It's a whole nother show, y'all. Wendy, the first cross between human and synthetic being, and she joins a group of soldiers investigating a space vessel crashed on Earth. Now, the opening crawl, it's more of like text, like one of those nailing it, by the way. Screens that pop up and it just types across. And it's got the little green letters, looks like an old timey computer. And I think I'm trying to remember what it said, but it's like it's a race against androids, synthetic humans, and hybrids. I'm guessing. I might even come across it as I keep reading. But I guess there's 3 different types of artificial humans that are being introduced into this thing. And I guess maybe there's a battle to see which one's better. I mean, I'm only going off that first crawl, because after that, it just gets into the setup of some kids taking on some of those bodies, and the ship that contains all the aliens and it's specimens, if you will. Pardon me, specimens of all these different creatures, not just little face huggers and stuff. So, this ship is definitely carrying some cargo you don't want to be hanging out with. So let's check it out. Let's see what it says about the numbers. Currently, Alien Earth's #1 show on Hulu Disney, and it's definitely on the Hulu button. So if you got the Hulu, that's where it's at. This is no family-friendly Disney show. Y'all tell you that. And it's also in like US, Canada, Brazil, France, Germany. It's like 70 other countries. It's currently FX's, because it's an FX show, most watched series and the 128th most watched show in the US overall. The series' success is not unprecedented, since there's been a lot of hype around the show. They're just trying to find the right audience for this, and they're calling the first season a proof of concept of sorts for a much bigger story arc. So this could be the cool part. He also revealed that he could foresee himself working on Alien Earth for 10 years. Now, that wouldn't be weird. I mean, look how long, what you call it, Walking Dead. I mean, a show about zombies, that thing just kept going and going. Did anybody stick with that show? I sort of petered out like midway through. I didn't go the whole distance. Sometimes like shows, and it's not that they're bad. I don't know. You just sort of like, lose interest or something like that. But did anybody go the distance, Rocky Balboa style with Walking Dead? Because then there was like Fear of the Walking Dead or something, and something Walking Dead. There were spinoffs. I'm like, then it started to feel to me like the thing that was special was starting to grow into something a little too big, and then getting spinoff. And I didn't want to feel like I had to start doing homework. So maybe that's why I jumped off the ship. But to put into perspective, there are 9 films total including the four that are considered those original first four films, two crossovers, two prequels, and one spinoff. So, this thing's been around. It's been chugging along. All right, let's see what the last thing here is. They say, now that the show has catapulted to success after the release of Alien Earth, first two episodes, it feels that Holly will be able to continue working on the sci-fi series. There is a sequel to the film. Okay, yeah, there is okay, start over. Yes, right, yeah, play. There is a sequel to the film Alien Romulus currently in development. Fede Alvarez attached to helm, and while that is still in the Alien universe, it remains separate entity from the show. So there you go. So that's what's going on, man. You gotta check it out. That this first one, it's very moody. It was really good, and I'm just going off of that first episode. So y'all join me, man. Join me in the conversation about this show because I'm curious. Is this something that I do hope like the pace picks up a little bit because personally, I'm more of an Aliens. Like, I love them both, but I just sort of like the pace of the second one. It's easier to watch multiple times, whereas the first one, because of that pace, you got to just be ready for a nice slow burn horror movie. But that's like, I think a lot of those early things, like the first Halloween is like that. The first Halloween didn't even have a lot of kills in it. It's not even like, it's very moody. And so if you're ready for moody, man, these movies got you covered. Alien, Halloween. So, yeah, there it is. Alien Earth, y'all. Right out of the gate. Brought you the heat, the good stuff, the hot topic, number one. I didn't wait. I didn't leave it near the end like some of those hosts do. Keep you hanging. Look, there it is. Get down there, y'all. Hit like, subscribe, smack the bell, do all that good stuff. Mostly hit the like button. You're here. A little talking some Alien Earth. Got your mugs, got your drinks, got your snacks. Just click it, Just hanging out in the cafe. It's all it costs. Click. Luke Pontoaster, what's good, man? My man, hope you're well. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. And the TB is here, Mr. Tiger Blue. Everyone in the chat, good to see you. Dave says, Huck, I really think you would like A Handmaid's Tale. It's very relevant. Yeah, I know. It's just so much stuff. There's so much stuff. I know. I don't know. I can't. I haven't rolled into the Handmaid's Tale thing yet. I did watch the 2 episodes. Oh, high notes. All right, high notes. So you have seen them. All right. So looking forward to more. I'm taking it, my friend, that you are into it, digging it. At least, it's off to a good start for you. Like I said, I just saw the first episode, and like as soon as this is over, I'm like, I may have to go check out the second episode. Even my daughter woke up. She took my wife to work today. She's like, "What are you watching?" Because it's like 6:30 in the morning. There's all this freaking scary stuff on the screen. I'm like, Alien Earth. So I got to be prepped for my show this morning. Like shaking their head, like, all right, that's what I do, y'all. And I want to say thank you so much for looking at both my videos. Of course, man. Like I said, it's been a little bit nuts here lately, but I try to catch up on stuff when I can. Asked a question last night. Oh yeah, I know. I was a little I wasn't super into the questions, which I apologize for, but I just wanted to make sure I had these guys. They were so nice to come on. I just want to kind of focus on them a little bit. Just try to pop the stuff up on the screen as I could. And then get them out so they could have a nice night. But I asked a question last night. I was in the live chat. I wouldn't ask the director, did he work on any more films with you? Oh, yeah. I knew the answer to that, and I was actually going to talk about it, ironically, this morning. No, this is the only one that we worked together on. In fact, most of us, I don't think, worked on another one except for Joe Lara, the lead with the nice long wavy hair, and Stacey Foster. In fact, I still have this sitting right next to me. Stacey Foster was in Cyber Tracker. Y'all, look at this thing. Cyber Tracker. Is she on the back? Why put the girl on the back, man? She's gorgeous. Anyways, so she's in Cyber Tracker. I wish I was in Cyber Tracker. But yeah, so they changed casting directors after Steel Frontier because Adriana Michelle, the one who cast the movie, left the business after maybe she thought, well, I can't do better than Steel Frontier. Peace out. And that was devastating for me because I thought I had like a friend over there that whenever another movie, they'd at least call me in. You got to earn each role. Doesn't mean you're just going to get it. And because I wasn't brought back in consistently because the new casting director, Mark Sykes, he took over and just, I don't know, he never called me in, and I don't know. And I met the guy a few times. I don't know. He wasn't Adriana. And that's too bad, because I feel like had she stayed there, I certainly would have been brought back in at least to audition for more. So, yeah, that was a good question. And I was trying to wrap the guys up, and I didn't want to get too much into that then. But yeah, dude, that was it. That was my one and done PM Entertainment movie with them. What is the best horror of all time of 2025 in your opinion? The Monkey, Sinners, 28 Days, Bloodlines. Pick one. Okay, of those, if I'm just picking those, see, because there was also, well, let's see, was there more? Oh, there's also Heart Eyes. That was in there too. So that's a good one. Good question. Here's the thing. I do like my horror with a little bit more of a comedy to it. Not like slapstick, like scary movie kind of thing, but like, to me, Companion, Heart Eyes, Final Destination, those are what I enjoy more. Like, I would rewatch those. Weapons was really good. I liked the funky way that he tells the story. I don't know, of all of the, and Sinners was highly enjoyable. I don't know. Let's see. Of these, if I'm going just of these, because I mean, I'd probably put Companion at the top because I had such a good time with that. But if I'm going with just the ones that you're putting, I know this will be so weird, blasphemy to people out there. I'm going to say Final Destination Bloodline. If anybody's ready to join me on that camp, that's cool. Because I just had such a good time. Like, I loved, the twist of it, that it followed the bloodline, because it had to catch back up. I love that aspect of it. The kills were super hilarious, and they're just what you want them to be in a movie like that. The dude with the lawnmower. What a way to go. So, yeah, I mean, but look, Sinners is probably the best movie. Like, acting wise, cinematography, story, direction. That's probably the best one. So I'll call that the best. I'll say Sinners is the best, but probably the one I had the most fun with on the list would be Final Destination. But yeah, Monkey, 28 Days Later, those just weren't my bag. Weapons I liked, I'll put right up there. But after those, I would insert Companion and Heart Eyes. That's right. I said it. Speaking, oh, by the way, how do I look? How do I sound? Let me get this graphic out of here. Hang on a second, y'all. There it is. All right. Speaking ABI. What's that, Hisham? What's that? What's speaking ABI? Oh, Heroic Waffles has returned. Hike. What's going on, my man? Haven't seen you in a while. A pleasure. Huck, how's it going? Buddy Waffles in the house. Look, Huck and some waffles. It's a show now, y'all. Let's go. Let's giggity go. I watched the first season of Walking Dead, and then I was like, okay, I'm bored. Got introduced to Game of Thrones, and that was, oh yeah, see? That's what happens. Like, something else grabs your attention, and off you go. Wilkie! Corey, what's going on, buddy? Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. Look, people just jamming that you just walked in the dough. Everybody getting some haze in there. Laren, you big rock star. How's it going, bud? Hey, Joel, what's going on? And by the way, I forgot to highlight Mr. Dark Room Reviews. What's up, bud? Let's see. There we go. Hold on. Uh-oh. There it is. Everything's clicking a little slow this morning, y'all. The Walking Dead was great for several seasons. I did start to go downhill, though. I did. I can't remember which season I checked out. Maybe say, oh, wow, you got to 7 or 8, though. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like shows should have a certain, like, the one thing I love about, like, Lost and Babylon 5, ironically, both had a 5-year story arc. Although Babylon 5 kept getting screwed around. They said, we're canceling you after season 3, so wrap it up, JMS. And he's like, okay, I've wrapped it up. Oh, you know what? We got good ratings. Let's bring you back for a 4th season. He's like, oh, but I just wrapped the storyline. We'll make up a new one. And then he did 4, and then they said, all right, this is it. Now we're canceled. So he did a final episode. He goes, wait, One more season. You've made it to 5. So season 5, you lost a cast member. And then the final episode he shot for season 4, he held on to, and he played that as the final episode of season 5. So some cast members that were still in season 4 that left in season 5 it was weird. But then you got Lost, which had its 5-year arc. So some of those things are nicer to have sort of a set start to finish and then you're done. But when things just kind of keep trying to hold on, I don't know. Maybe it's that's when you feel that fatigue on some of those shows. Wilk! 8 Darkroom movies. I believe that's Joel up there. Welcome to Earth. Are you pulling a Will Smith on me, Holland? Welcome to Earth. Oh, oh, yeah, you guys get a room there. Hey there, Corey. Tiger Blue getting it on. Everybody getting a haze in. Hey, I look and I sound great. Thank you, thank you. Really, because it feels very like it's sometimes it's staggering up here. Lost, one of my favorite TV shows. Noise. Now, for example, before we get too crazy, I'm going to show you guys just real quick. All right. The screen hither. So from last night, y'all, here it is. Look at there. This is what we had last night. Last night was the watch along. There it is. Join me. Chicken Boy. If you see in the bottom right, that's me clucking it up for a watch along. Steel Frontier. It was last night. The guy right there in the middle with me in that red caddy was Jim Cody Williams. He joined me as well, as did one of the directors and the writer, Joe Hart. And John Cross, who is I consider John a friend and a PM Entertainment expert. So I brought him in as sort of the I called him the documentarian. You know, like sometimes you'll do, or you'll get an older movie that's like 75 years old or whatever. So all the people that worked on that are dead, right? So they get historians. So it'll say commentary by a historian. And I feel like John is sort of a PM historian because he loves PM Entertainment. That's the studio that made Steel Frontier. And he's watching all the movies and he's doing podcasts from all those movies. I've had him on the channel. He had me on his channel. And he's just, he's good. When we start to get all quiet and staring at the movie and like, just like, oh, I remember this scene. John actually has a good question and he'll pop in and he'll ask what X, Y, and Z, and we'll just talk about it. So there that is. And then this, y'all, leads into Thursday night, which is coming up this Thursday right here. We're gonna have the two, and we all like the two directors also had characters in the movie, which was really funny. I just love the outfit. Everyone had such cool outfits. But there it is. So you got Joe Hart, Paul Volk, Robert O'Reilly. I was hoping Robert was going to be part of the commentary last night, but he couldn't make it, and Paul couldn't make it either. So hopefully the two of them can be there Thursday night. Jim Cody will be back as yours truly, the Huckster. But if that's the full house, let's see, 2, 4, 5, 5. So that could leave me one slot open to bring in John or maybe another guest, because I can only get 6 on with the version I have right now. So there it is. So that's it, y'all. Please come by Thursday night. There you go. Look, this is Hollywood stuff, right? This is movie makers right here. And we're going to give you the ins and outs, what it was like from the ground up. Talk a little bit about PM Entertainment and what they were back in the day as the explosion. They're basically the studio that blew stuff up, whereas Full Moon was like the horror stuff, and then Roger Corman was whatever the hell he wanted to be. So those were all those sort of low budget independent studios that were just making massive profit off of straight to video movies, which this one was. So be there, man. Be there on Thursday. It's going to be good, y'all. It's going to be good. Now, y'all just let me know lead me into what you want to talk to next. We can either do box office or you know the topics. I'll let y'all guide me to the next one. Where is my marker? Here we go. His hand be talking about. What? Oh, nope. That is not where I left off. Hang on. Bob, where's the marker, son? Did you not mark it? Okay, hold on. Okay, I think I left off with Lost as my favorite TV show. There we go, with a little face. Sorry. I'm finished yet. Maybe not finished. Speaking about Alien, how was it like to watch Alien 1979 on the big screen? Cinematography, practical effects, storytelling, concept. It was great. I'm going to give you two answers to this. Very funny. So I was still young in 79. I couldn't see a movie, already movie by myself. You had to be a brother or a parent. I accidentally, this is no lie, accidentally went into Alien because I thought it was I don't even know what movie I was supposed to go see. Like the jerk. Well, the jerk is rated R too, but I thought it was like a comedy, or I just walked into the wrong auditorium because back in the day they didn't have the movie posters outside or the name above it. It just had a 1, 2, 3, or 4, and you just walked into it. So, I mean, if you didn't quite know which auditorium your movie was in, it was easy to sort of walk into the wrong one. And when the movie started and all this moody stuff, I was like, this, I'm not supposed to be in here. I was like 10 or something. So I sort of like, I'm a little goody two shoes. I got out of there and I went to another movie, whichever one I was supposed to go to. But obviously that had more impact. But then I eventually did go back to see it, and I saw it on re-releases in the cinema as well. Although somebody screwed up the re-release. Let me tell you about that. So I'm a big fan of practical effects, makeup effects, all of that stuff. It's just that there's something that tangible stuff, like The Thing with all the Rob Bottin's amazing creature work, stuff like that. And this thing, Alien, it's part costume, and the head is like a mechanic, was it a machinette, whatever. So it's creepy, man. It's really good. Ridley Scott just does a phenomenal job setting mood and tone and that lighting, and it's so great because when you've got all these sort of dark corners and you can hide the alien in those things, and he's so still. A lot of times you're not looking for those things. And then it just moves a little bit. You go, oh, like just sometimes just that is what gets you. Because a lot of days everything is like a hand comes in, touches somebody on the shoulder, and they hit you with those little sound effect. You're like, ah! It's like, that's cheap. That's like a cheap jump scare. And look, they all do it. Every horror movie does cheap jump scares. That's cool because you have to distract your audience so they don't know what's going to be a real jump, like a real reason to be scared or not. So you got to have sort of the fake ones in there so that you just don't know which one's coming. Is it going to be a fake one? Is it going to be because the fake ones, what those give you is that sort of does it give you a dopamine rush? It gives you sort of that rush where and then it lets off right away. Like you get the scare and then you laugh and it's out. So like a little pump up and then pump down. Whereas when the real scare gets there, it goes up and then it just stays right there until somebody's dead and then the scene calms down. So the jump scares are just to get one of those out of you, a little rise and fall. So yeah, I loved it. I thought with the chest bursting scene with Hurt, boom, pops out, and Ridley didn't tell everybody that all the blood was going to go everywhere, and you see Angela Cartwright, smacking her in the face with all the blood. She's like, oh my god. And the reactions were so good. Yeah, I mean, it was phenomenal. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. We need more practical effects, which right now, watching this TV show, all I've seen so far is a lot of really great practical effects. I mean, there are some things I can tell that are CG, like little creatures coming down on little strings and stuff like that. But the like aliens in the suit, you're already seeing stuff right out of the gate, which is nice. It's not like you go the entire first episode and there's 0 aliens. So I'm curious what we're gonna, I don't know. So here's the thing. Let me ask you guys. A franchise like Alien, like these creatures, these xenomorphs are basically just something that survives by gestating inside of a host, and then they come out sort of, that's why these are sort of humanoids, and then you got the dog ones, and then you got the depends on what they go into. But what is their deal? Do we care? Do we care to find out are we just happy always accepting that these aliens are just a violent apex predator type creature that just attacks to survive. Because honestly, I have yet to see I'm pretty sure I can remember all of them. That I haven't seen intelligence from, like genuine intelligence, not like they're smart predators. That's one thing, but like they don't look at the ship and they go scratch their little juicy chin and boop 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 and then take the ship. So they don't have that kind of like higher intelligence. So their survival is just based on their ability to, you know, be the best. It's like a lion in the jungle. They have to be the top. Do we want to see where they come from? Do we want to know a deeper backstory as to how those creatures work? Y'all let me know. Let me know. Is that a topic that anyone's interested in, or do you just want to keep seeing them? Because otherwise, I feel like, I don't know, like it could. This is why I don't know if this would go 10 seasons, because not knowing more about this, to me, learning about them is what would keep me going longer in this series. But if they're just there to scare you and then eat people, I mean, that's cool, but like, can you sustain that? Is my question to you. Hit that like button, y'all. That's right. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at on those likes? Y'all let me know. Lighting in here is like hell. Let's see. Physical media. Yeah, it rules. Next. What's up, Eli? What's good, man? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, everybody's like rocked out. Craig, how are you? Craig and Bonnie in the house. Hello. Bonnie, thanks for being there last night. You are lovely. Thank you so much. Let's see, Bonnie, don't forget to slash that like button and sub to this awesome channel. Dude, you're awesome. Thank you. But do that, y'all. Do it. Come on. We churn out this stuff. We're at episode 157 today, y'all. 157. Been doing this a long time. I think the only one or two that I missed was the when I went on my big European vacation this year, because Huckster's got to go have fun too. But I mean, that's it. I think I've only missed maybe if I've ever missed them, it's always been because of vacations or something happened that I had to stop. But this has been churning for over not 4.5 years, because the channel's been going 4.5. But I started it about a year into it, so maybe 3 to 3.5. But yeah, thank y'all for coming here every Tuesday with me, going over this stuff. Here's what I'm planning on getting in September. Superman, The Corpse Bride. I love The Corpse Bride, American Pie, Lost in Space. Yeah, I've got the Lost in Space already. That, who did it? Shout. I think Scream Factory, Shout Factory, Scream Shout Factory. I got that one already. I mean, I like the movie, and I got a sweet little bundle, because if you pre-ordered it, you've got the poster and stuff like that. So I'm fine. I don't need the arrow. I got to keep dialing back on these rebuys. I already think I did a no getting the things I got on this past Arrow trip. I was like, God, did I need these things? I'm second guessing it, y'all. Should I keep them? Should I take them back? What should I do? I'm having such FOMO for getting them, really. Does that even make sense? No, it doesn't, Huck. Keep moving on. Thanks, Bob. How do you feel when you first put on the suit? It was different. It was amazing. It was great. Like I said, last night we were talking about the costume process, and I was in the wardrobe room with our lovely head of wardrobe, and she walked me through and she showed me the jacket first. The jacket was just like, oh man, it's like this little smoking jacket. It's like if Hef lost one of his jackets, and then they sort of ripped it up a little bit and just put these great feathers on the back of it. Like, I don't know where my character would have found such a jacket, but it's amazing. It was just an amazing jacket. And then the rest of it, we just sort of walked through. It was so great, the process of building the character's look. And it's funny that the first thing was t-shirt up top, and then long underwear on the bottom was the bottom of my costume. Then I got knee pads. I'm not sure why knee pads, but I think maybe because he's always like crawling through stuff and, needed some knee pads. And then galoshes were my shoes. Indian bone plate we just saw laying on the ground. I'm like, oh, that would look cool. And Then we got these gloves and all these bracelets and the glasses I saw. I think that was one of the last things is they had these pink glasses or orange round glasses with two lenses in it. And again, creating the character, I was like, what would be cool is if one of these lenses was popped out. So she's like, all right, boom. And so she pops one of the lenses out, and that way it was like one out, one in. And it just made it a little more interesting. Like, what's the deal? Why is you get to come up with a story? Like, why is there only one thing? And if you watch the show last night, we all have sort of our little backstories to the characters. And my character was very weird on the page. And like no one, like Jim Cody even said last night, who are they going to get to play this character? It's like insane on the page. And all I can think of is that Jim Cody's character Bacchus saved me from something, so he saved my life, and then but I'm also messed up from whatever it was that happened, and all the things that I'm wearing, because he's not a nice guy. And all of his victims, he takes something off and he gives it to me, and I just put it on. And so the glasses was somebody that I just envisioned that he shot through the eye and it broke the lens out. So that's why it was missing the lens. So that's my backstory on my costume. That's how you build them, y'all. That was part of the fun. Mara Eli. Everybody getting a haze in, pulling up a chair. In regard to Alien, etc., they had a queen. Oh, yeah, the queen, man. Don't forget. I imagine their existence as part of a cross between ants or bees and the Borg First Contact. Yeah. I mean, no, I get they got a queen. So, I mean, but again, a very dominant creature for sure, because they're also so huge. I get you. But I mean, so the bees and ants, it's like a collective in the First Contact, but the Borg are intelligent creatures. Like they have the ability to travel space and assimilate. Whereas I feel like, I don't know, what is their point? Well, because we're all not worthy. We're irrelevant. So, resistance is futile. Assimilation is inevitable, right? I mean, is that what they're doing then? Is that, are you putting the alien kind of up there? They're smarter than we think. They're just interesting. It's a little food for thought there, Tiger Blue. I like where you're going, man. I like where your head's at. Mm-hmm. Just have the Chicken Boy costume. Nope, I asked them for that. I wanted it so bad. At least the jacket. I wanted that jacket so bad. And they said, no, we need to keep the jacket just in case there's reshoots. And I'm like, well, then you would call me. Like, who else would you have stand in for me? Like, who? Like, there's not a person on that set that looked like me that could like put it on, and like if you needed like a cutaway of the back of Chicken Boy walking, I mean the way I walked and looked and moved and like, so yeah, so they kept the jacket. You never know. That would have been funny though, right? To see that jacket pop up in another PM Entertainment movie, like, because a lot of movies do that. They'll repurpose props, or they'll repurpose wardrobe, especially if it's military or stuff like that. But that was such a specific piece of wardrobe. Like, how could you reuse that without somebody going, oh my God, is that Chicken Boy's jacket? Like, you'd have to, I don't know, recolor it, like just dye the whole thing blue or something. Yeah. But I wanted that costume, but I couldn't get it. Did you ever have a dream with your Chicken Boy? For real, dude, I'm always Chicken Boy. I am, for real. They did also sort of stem evolve from interference of the engineers, with the focus of them being a destructive force. That's true. And I think so, not necessarily super tech civilized. Yeah, I mean, again, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you some of that. I still feel like they're, if they're being used, like even in this show, and like aliens, humans are trying to weaponize these things. So we're almost using them as ways to a means to an end rather than themselves doing it. But then, we're stupid and then they kill us because they don't take orders. So, yeah, I mean, I guess they are smart in that way, that they're not just subservient. They're just more like, yeah, get me out of this tube, suckhole, and we'll see who's boss. And I think we know, once we get out of those tubes, we know who's boss. because if you did, I was gonna say you should wear the chicken boy costume. Yeah, if I had it, I would. I would. Yep. Want to make your next project step 1, 2, 2. Want to make your own movie for next year. Yeah, man. Look, they even said, look, I'm just saying, if you watched the movie last night, there's a good chance Chicken Boy's still around. Still, let's make that movie. Oh no, man! What's Sue gonna get? I do not know. Oh, that is. All right. Well, that is definitely something I don't have ready. I couldn't find half my stuff. I don't know if my I have the wrong drive hooked up, but I couldn't find half the videos I was supposed to use this morning. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and attempt. Let's see. Hold on. Remove. All right, Bob. There's people that want to know what Sue's gonna get. Hey, what's Sue gonna get? I don't know, but hey, what's Sue gonna get? There it is. That's the live version, and we're just gonna. Let's see. Which one do I want? We'll just do this. We're just gonna go, y'all. Let's just go. Here we go. Here we go. Bob, button, please. Oh, well done, Bob. I feel it. It's moving a little. There it is. Bravo, bravo. Let's go ahead and, you know the drill. Throw me over to the right in my festive little circle. Here we go. April. Holy hand grenade, y'all. August 19th. That's today. And here is the hot stuff. Sue and the Steelbook crew. And you start adding that. I should do a new one. What's Sue gonna get? And Steelbook crew and you, right? Because we're all gonna go shopping at some point. Add to our collections. Let's get rid of everything. So here it is. You got your Happy Gilmore out on 4K. Who else is such a huge fan that you got to get the 4K? You got your Sam Raimi's Drag Me to Hell Steelbook. That's a pretty funky, fresh looking thing. That was a fun movie. Coneheads, Bring Her Back. It was just in the theaters recently. Harvey on 4K, little James Stewart. The Blaxploitation Classics, Volume 2 is out, y'all. We're going to come back to that one in a second. I'm curious what's in the second one. I got your Xanadu. I got the Blu-ray. I don't need to upgrade to 4K. But hey, Gung Ho is coming out from Kino Lorber, as is Repossessed with Leslie Nielsen, Linda Blair. Shinobi Volume 2. What else we got? Shoe Shine on 4K. The Boys. That was on my little morning intro there. Boys Season 4. On Blue. Sensibility 4K. A Confusion. Don't know what that is. The Golden Triangle, though. I saw this on one of those, Sunday morning Kung Fu theater things. I may pick that up. I at least want to see it again. Golden Triangle is crazy. It's like a little, martial arts, over the top kind of thing. Just going to skip around here. Ride a Wild Stud. Yeah. Ain't that right, Tiger Blue? Sorry, I just randomly picked one of you guys. There's a wild stud. See, Martial Law, Vengeance of Dr. Mabuse. Whatever that is. Perpetrator. Another Arrow title coming out. Let's see what we got. Pattern. I'm just going to scan down here a little bit, see if anything else jumps out. Tales from the Void. Sounds interesting. It's a season something. Is that from Shudder? Probably. Invincible Swordsman. What else we got? Any of these popping out for you guys? The Night of the Hunted. Oh, yeah, The Night of the Hunted. Yeah, remember that from the 80s, 1980. And some anime. So there you go. So that's the big stuff. 19, 20, 21, 22. And then coming out in a couple of days. Well, don't know what that is. There you go. So that is the big stuff. So let's check out this Blaxploitation collection, Volume 2. What comes in this? Y'all, what is in here? So we get, this bundle includes the following titles. Go Away. We got your Foxy Brown 4K, Friday Foster, Cotton Comes to Harlem, Bucktown, Slaughter, and Slaughter's Big Ripoff. Oh, I don't know what's holding it up, but I would just love for Blackula to come out in one of these. Come on, where's Blackula, man? But there you go. So that's Blaxploitation Volume 2. Let's see what the overview. Let's have some fun here. There it is, man. Look at that Bucktown. I think Dell on Movies has talked about Bucktown. I feel like I got to see Bucktown. He said some good stuff about Bucktown. But look at this, man. You get Jim Brown over here in Slaughter, and Slaughter's a big ripoff. I love these posters, man. This is the old school. I feel like these are the original posters. If not, I'm absolutely digging the vibe because it feels like original poster art. Jackie Brown. Oh, this is the Pam Grier. Yeah. Sorry. I think I said, did I say Jackie Brown earlier? Foxy Brown. If I did, I meant Foxy Brown because that's the Pam Grier one. And another Pam Grier. She's also in Friday Foster. And then Cotton Comes to Harlem. So there you go. Look at that. Oh, and it's like, okay, cool. So you get double disc for each one. That's pretty impressive, y'all. So you got the 4K and the Blu-ray of every single one of these. Nice. That's good stuff. So there you go. That's what's out there, mon frères. What y'all gonna get? What you gonna get? There it is. That's what's out there. To all you wannabe shoppers, make that list. That's a pretty good collection. For me, though, let's see. I don't need the Happy Gilmore in 4K. I got the Blu-ray. I don't need Drag Me to Hell. I don't think any of these are must-have 4Ks upgrades. The only one for me, maybe two that pop out, was Gung Ho, because I don't have that at all. So that's not even an upgrade or replacement. That's a first-time buy, which I enjoyed Gung Ho. And Repossessed with Leslie Nielsen, maybe. Like that one, I've never had this urge to, see that multiple times, but Gung Ho might be the one. What about y'all? Of all those things we just went down, which is calling your name? What is it? Huckster wants to know. That's right, Huckster brother wants to know. Here we go. Let's get back to it, y'all. Anyway, let me know. I don't know. I always ask, and then I feel like one person says, I'm going to get cone heads. I want to know. I genuinely do. I want to know what you guys, if there's anything coming out that you also need to have day one, or if you wait like I do. Do you ever have dreams? Oh, I did that already. Let's see. They did also sort of. Oh, what, did I not mark? Sorry. Oh, I did. What's Sue gonna get? There we go. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I haven't even seen the new show. Yeah, I know. I was not clearly overthinking it. I was just sort of generalizing all the alien movies that I've seen and how I feel like they are perceived is they are intelligent in that they are exquisite hunters. I mean, look at Aliens. I mean, they're all up in the ducks and everything. They don't just come right out and get mowed down. Like they know how to get around, like from the start. Like they don't need to, unlike the Borg, who walk in and, and then the Enterprise crew shoots a few of them and then they assimilate and realize, oh, they have these kind of weapons. Let's assimilate our shields to accommodate those weapons. And then they're impervious. Whereas the aliens, man, they got to sneak around first time and catch you off guard and slay. I thought that was crazy that the stunt guy caught on fire. Yeah, I heard you guys telling the story. Yeah, man. Yeah, we got some crazy stories last night. Stuff I didn't even know. Like 3 people were sent to the hospital working on Steel Frontier, including the writer-director Joe. And then other guys got burned from the stunts. I mean, there was so many. It's amazing no one was injured more than they were. Because I did see R.I.P. Terrence Stamp, General Zod, the Limey, all kinds of good stuff. Yeah, Terrence Stamp, man. Love that guy's voice, too. He had such a fantastic voice. So yeah, did anybody go watch a Terrence Stamp movie last night in honor? I didn't get to. I usually do that. Like if somebody passes away, I really like. I'll put something in. Like for me, I would probably definitely put in Superman 2. Done. Although I do need to see the Limey. I hope Bob. Look, Bob. Now we pay Bob with bribes and stuff. He's cheap labor. Don't worry, Steve. We don't lose a lot of money on Bob. How you doing, Bob? Yeah, you just keep napping. I'll wake you when I need you. I'm not an Adam Sandler fan. He's never been that funny to me. I mean, I'm kind of in the same camp, but every once in a while, some of them do make me laugh. But yeah, like his audience to me, like I didn't really, although you're younger, so I figured you would grow up on Adam Sandler. But his audience is very loyal. And some of his stuff, just, too much of the shkabadagoo stuff, yeah. No. But I loved Wedding Singer. Wedding Singer is still probably my favorite Adam Sandler comedy. I liked Happy Gilmore enough. I'm like not this like, oh my god, Happy Gilmore's like one of the greatest comedies, put in the top 10 of all time. No, no. Like what it feels like to me when I watch an Adam Sandler movie is he's having fun. What I get is that he's having fun with his friends. I just want to join them on that fun. You know what I mean? So I did watch Happy Gilmore 2. Thought I'd give that a shot. And you know what? I did. I laughed a few times. You know, I enjoyed it enough. I thought it was, would I watch it again? Probably not. But it was funny. You know, I gave it 3 stars on Letterboxd. I was disappointed with what they did with Julie Bowen's character. If anybody else has seen Happy Gilmore 2, you'll know what I mean with Julie Bowen's character. She doesn't have a lot of screen time, which is I love her. She's such a good comedic talent. Oh, and she's so good in Modern Family. Wow, she's great. Damn, doctor's office likes to keep me away from my morning mug. No, Johnny, damn you, doctors. Well, tell them to put it on in the office. That's the least they can do if they don't already have it on. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, Jack, I watched the movie. This movie that was part of the Golden Harvest box set and wanted to check it out before I would decide to buy it. And the movie I watched, I swear it was, to God, it was a porn video. Really? Really? In a Golden Harvest thing? Well, that's wickedly weird. Is that Larry be like, what? Like, I'm guessing your reaction to what Dave said, right? That's weird stuff. Your time is not important to them, Johnny. I know. Just change that. Change that tune. My man, Laren. Apparently not, Steve. Boo hiss. Mr. Moody, hey there, y'all. What's going on? What's going on? Steve Areno. Funny thing, I saw Repossessed before I saw these. That's pretty good. What'd you like? Did you like it? Did it make you laugh? Leslie's so good. Talk about recreating yourself in the later part of your career. I wouldn't even see second part, but it's probably his. I mean, it's his final part of his career. I wonder if Liam is going to rebrand himself that way because honestly, I think he's looking too old. Like he looks older, too old to be doing the Taken stuff. And look, I watched Taken 3 this year for my third, my trilogy thing. You had to watch the third movie in a trilogy, so I chose Taken 3. It just Taken 1 is just the stuff, man. It's like, I mean, that's up there with the best, So I wonder if he'll dive into more comedies because he was great in The Naked Gun redo, man. You pre-ordered the Blaxploitation Classics. Nice. So shout got it to me 3 weeks ago. Oh, nothing else. Look, hey, that's Steve. That's good enough. That's a banger of a purchase. If that's all you get for today's drop, which you already got 3 weeks ago, I mean, I don't see why you need to dive into anything else. Have you watched anything yet from it? Brand. Nice, dude. I love that you have both of those and you've plowed through them. That's showing those collections some love right there. Terrence Stamp General Zod costume really satisfying. Is it satisfying? What you mean? I mean, it's a good costume. I don't know if I use the word satisfying. It feels a little weird. No, I'm just playing with you. Sure, man. They're kind of silly looking. I mean, let's be honest, but they work. Terrence Stamp ended on a good one. Last Night in Soho was a pretty good movie. Oh, I haven't seen that one yet. Should I see that? Sounds like Tiger Blue liked it. Oh yeah, I love Repossessed, dude. All right, I gotta see it. I'm surprised I haven't seen it yet. I got Dracula Dead and loving it, and dude, that was hilarious. That was hilarious when he was playing Dracula, and he's like, Dracula's got the power, where he looks at you and you come here, and he's kind of like hypnotizes you, and like two girls stand up and he goes, no, not you come here, and then one sits down and the other comes, no, not you sit down, you come here, and then they both, it's like, it sounds weird, but that scene, I was rolling on the floor, like the fact that they chose just to play with the whole hypnotizing power in such a funny way. Dude, I was losing my mind. I was laughing so hard. Probably my favorite scene in the whole movie. I laughed just thinking about it. Favorite comedians. Yeah, dude, that's pretty much a great list. I'd be right there with you on all that. Although I'd probably add Steve Martin into that list. Maybe his suit tickles the nards. Well, that would be a very satisfying costume, then, wouldn't it, Steve? Heck yeah. Let's see. Hey, what's up at the box office? I don't know, man. I don't know. We have to probably go check out what's going on with the box office. But the fact that you are curious, I think I have a way of satiating that curiosity. Bob, if you will, get up, do your thing, make it happen. Here we go. Oh, well done. High five, Bob. I said high five, Bob. There you go. Come on, what's this magic? It's coming, y'all. Give it a second. There it is. Wow. Very delayed. I'm going to have to yell at StreamYard and tell them their stuff sucks. It's like, not only is your interface weak, but the lag time, you know what? I wonder, y'all, if intentionally the lag time, because when I used to do this and things were loaded into the video section and the overlays and all that, it was instantaneous. I could pop stuff up like that, but having to do it in this weird workaround way, it's very slow. And I have a feeling it's like that on purpose so that it's frustrating and terrible. But over here is the box office right here, right now. Because, Mr. Moody wants to know. It's my pleasure to tell you that Weapons was again number one. Dell and KB loves movies. You guys were right. Mostly because I didn't know that the new Denzel movie, when I was putting it up last week, was a very limited, it was in very few theaters. And I found it locally, but I couldn't go see it because the timing this weekend, it was my daughter's birthday. Everybody say happy birthday. All right. I'll tell Brooke I said happy birthday. It was Brooke's 18th birthday. My girl's growing up, y'all. So this whole weekend was all about her. Although I did try to go see Nobody 2 because that was short. Like she was having a party that same day. So I could, and of course a Spike Lee Denzel movie, it's long and it wasn't going to be over so that I could get back in time for Brooke to go out and get her hair done and look nice. So I was like, all right, I will see a very short movie and I'll go see Nobody 2. And I was in the theater and it shut off 20 minutes into the movie. Lights came back on. I don't think they thought anyone was in there. And so I was like, because I was literally the only person for Nobody 2. So I think what they do is, and it was one of those 4DX ones, where the seats like rock, which I didn't want to do that. Like I just wanted a regular showing of that movie. So it was going to start a little too late. So I bought that ticket, but didn't realize this was 4DX. So I still went in there, but my ticket didn't reflect that I was supposed to be in the 4DX, but I needed to see the earlier show. So I'm like, well, I'll just go see the 4DX one. So I think because I didn't buy the ticket for the 4DX, it was not noted that there was anyone in the theater to watch the movie. Since I was the only one in there, like it was just like, oh, no one bought a ticket. So I think because there's a lot of wear and tear on those seats that move, after about 20 minutes, they figured, okay, no one's coming to this theater. And so lights came on and then the seats just, like settled back into position one. I was like, oh, all right, well, I can't go complain about this because I'm technically not supposed to be in this version of the movie. I'm supposed to be in the later version. So anyways, I ended up not seeing the movie. I saw 20 minutes of Nobody 2. And what I saw was pretty decent. But here you go. Now, talk about your tangent, right, y'all? But there it is. Weapons came in at 24.4 mil in the number one slot. Once I knew Denzel was not going to be a wide release, I was on board with them saying, yes, it will 100% be number one. And it is right here. And you got your Freaky Friday looking good right there in the number two spot at 14.2 mil. There's that nobody got to see. At least I didn't get to see it. Came in at 9.2. Fantastic Four still in the top five, which are 9 million. Rounding out the top five is Bad Guys 2. Now, I will say that the drop for both Weapons and Freakier Friday were both good. Weapons only dropped 43.8. That's excellent. Anything less than 55 on a second weekend for any film is great. So Freaky Friday dropped 50. Another excellent drop. Even Fantastic Four only dropped like 42%. Bad Guys was 29%. And Superman, which is just under it, it's in the number 6 slot, only dropped 33%. So that movie is just having such good staying power, despite the fact that it dropped on digital. Superman, they decided to drop Superman on digital for whatever reason that James Gunn is trying to explain to us. So here's the thing. I keep hearing that it's like they want to have that connective tissue to Peacemaker, but I saw the movie. I saw the movie twice, and Peacemaker's literally got like a throwaway scene in the movie, which was funny, but how does that scene have the necessity to drop Superman early on digital? Like what there must be something else in that movie that plays into the series that we don't know about. Whether Lex shows up. I mean, I hear that Green Lantern probably shows up. So maybe in case you want to know who that is, that would be a big thing. So if you got Guy Gardner showing up in Peacemaker, he is a prominent part of Superman. So that I could see. So I guess I just got to wait and see Peacemaker, y'all. I love Peacemaker season 1. I thought it was great. So definitely looking forward to that. But that is our box office, gang. Again, I've seen most of these. I've seen 3.5 because I only saw a portion of Nobody 2. But I still wanted to see Bad Guys 2. Maybe I'll try to see that. Ooh, today is half price day. Maybe if, my kiddo wants to go see it. But I think she still wants to see it with a friend on the weekend. I'll figure it out. I don't know. I might end up missing that one, unfortunately, while it's still in the theater. But there you go. Let's check out next Friday, or this coming Friday. All right, we got opening actually the day before on August 21st, according to Box Office Mojo, our friends over at Box Office Mojo, is Primitive War, which is Jurassic Park on steroids. I like how it says, this ain't no walk in the park. If you've seen the trailer, this looks like what you want your Jurassic Park to actually be if you want to see absolute carnage and gore. It's all about, is the story solid enough and are the effects good enough? Because, we can do lizards really well now. I mean, like, these kinds of creatures are pretty simple to do now. At this point, we've had, since what, 94? Is that when the first Jurassic Park came out? I think we've got these down. So as long as this had a decent budget, I mean, we could be in for a treat. Look, we got some Trisha Helfer, who was a Cylon from the Battlestar Galactica reboot show. I love her. And some Jeremy Piven from Entourage. So, why do I think that's Piven's head being munched right there? But there it is. So Primitive War. I love the fact that I've seen the trailer for Honey Don't. It's from Ethan Coen, one of the Coen brothers. And it stars the lovely Margaret Qualley, who was just in The Substance with Demi Moore. She was great in that. She was so good. And this movie looks fun. We also got you some Aubrey Plaza, Chris Evans, Charlie Day. This movie excites me. I hope both of these pop into the top 5. I feel like easily we'll be dropping the Bad Guys 2 out. It's possible if people just aren't going to the theater like they used to, because are these big enough to push out even Fantastic Four, which is at number 4? Can any of these brand new movies, I mean, let's not sleep on this Niza 2. I don't know what it's, let's see. Are they calling this? Let me just see if this is a limited or a wide release. Okay, they are saying Niza 2 is a wide release, y'all. And, every now and then we get some of these, pardon me, anime type movies. One second. Like dominate the box office. They'll pop in and they're like number 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. They're in the top 5. So this has a good fan base. Let's see. I'll give you the breakdown. After a great, this is for Niza 2. After a great catastrophe, the souls of Niza and Owobing are saved, but their bodies face ruin. To give new life, Taya Zenran turns to the mystical 7-colored lotus in a daring bid to rebuild them and change their fate. I don't even know what I just read, but there it is. So these are the 3, I think, bangers probably going at it for, jockeying up to the top 5. Again, if Primitive War can deliver a good movie and not just dinos eating people, I can easily see this in the top 5. But, it's weird because just because it doesn't have the word Jurassic Park or Jurassic World on it, people are going to avoid it. Like, why would they? Like, this is exactly what people like. I think this is what people love about Jurassic Park and World is dinos, going on a munch fest and the adventure along the way. So this is that taken to that really graphic level. So, but if it looks, if the kills are cheesy and the blood just looks like all CGI, I think instantly that's what'll keep it from not doing well. It's like that movie. What was it? 65 million years ago or whatever it was with Adam Driver. I mean, it wasn't that exciting because it was just Adam Driver and then this one kid. So instantly you're thinking, well, there's no body count. It's just a bunch of dinos chasing these two people. And people, if you're going to have dinos, it's all about the fear of the dino. And if Adam's the lead of your movie, you're not going to munch him 2 minutes into the movie, which they did not. So, but there you go, y'all. That is what's coming out. I've never seen Nisa 1, so that's not on my radar. But both Honey Don't and Primitive War, I think, look like a ton of fun and would look forward to seeing either one of those. All right, so what about y'all, man? What about y'all? Any of those jump out at you? You know what? Let's see. What time is it? It's 9:07. Let's go ahead and, hey, Bob, why don't you slap me back up there and we'll talk about, let's see. Let's go bottom left. There you go. And talk about the 52-week movie challenge. Here we go, y'all. This week was week 33. Watch a Denzel Washington movie, which is why I was going to try to go see highest to lowest, but yeah, couldn't squeeze that out. So I just recently got into Equalizer last year as part of my challenge. I forget what the thing was, but I watched Equalizer and I loved it. So I hadn't seen any of these movies. So here it is. Equalizer 2, watched it, loved it, thought it was a fun time. We have yourself some Melissa Leo in there, some Pedro Pascal, sans the whiskers. So, it's hard to trust a clean-shaven Pedro Pascal. And there's this relationship. You see the picture in the bottom corner there with this little dude who's, just this kid who could go down the wrong path. Denzel tries to sort of like a father figure and show him the path of righteous and do the right thing. That's a subplot in the movie, which is funny. I feel like there's a lot of subplots in this movie, but they all come around and the cast is great and the action is good. Same that I liked in the first one. These I don't think these take me to a whole nother level when it comes to action, but when the scenes happen, they're pretty great. But Denzel also, he's a little bit like one of these guys, like he's almost too untouchable. Not to say, hearkening back to say Steven Seagal, but Seagal always had this thing where you could take a couple of shots at him, but he's going to quickly take you out. So his character is a little bit like that too. Is you can take a couple of shots at Denzel, but he's going to take you out pretty quick. But that just shows you what a badass he is. And I say that not meaning to compare him to Steven Seagal. I'm just saying that aspect of the characters. Anyway. Yeah, they're totally different levels of acting. I'm aware of that. So yeah, there it is. There's the movie. I liked it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Equalizer 3 now and seeing how it wraps up the franchise. Who else has seen this series and what you think? Now, next week coming up is to watch a musical. It's a very simple category. I don't know what I'm going to watch. I have not planned out my musical choice. I've already watched for Tom Cruise week, Rock of Ages. That would have been a good one to watch for a musical, but I tucked that into my Tom Cruise week. So yeah, I don't know. What y'all gonna? Has anybody else got a musical picked out for next week? So there you go. That's it. That's it. You're gonna go see Weapons today. Oh, great! You gotta let us know how it was, man, or how you liked it. I just see Nobody 2. And by now you already know what happened to me with Nobody 2. People stopped going to see Weapons and go see Nobody 2. Nope, they're not doing it. They kept going to see Weapons. It's fun. It's the ends of everything. I'm gonna put these back up one last time. So yeah, man, that they did not go see Nobody. Nobody finished it third. I thought maybe as a brand new movie, second place. But I was I am not surprised though. It's third place because Nobody was a great movie that I think a lot of us know is good. I still don't think a lot of general public people have seen the first Nobody. I just don't think it feels to me still like a niche kind of movie, right? Don't you guys think? Like I just feel in my core that a ton of people, because it doesn't have a big star. I mean, I say that loving Bob Odenkirk, but he's not a big movie star. So a lot of people didn't see. I feel like they saw Nobody after it left the theater more. Sort of like Austin Powers. Not really a hit, by the way. If you think back, it only made like maybe 40 million in the theater. It's when it hit the video market, it exploded. It became an unstoppable hit, which is why when Austin Powers 2 came out, it made 200 million. Like there's a reason why the second one was way more successful than the first one, because the first one found a new life. And I feel like Nobody isn't even on that level. So, I don't think enough people found that movie. I loved it though. I thought Nobody was a fantastic sleeper hit. I was like, that was good stuff. Yeah, that's a long drive. Oh, little Huckett. Oh. Thanks, Steve. That's great. Little Huckett. I'm gonna show that to her. Let me bookmark this. Was it an hour and 12 minutes in? All right, there it is. Thanks, man. You guys are the best. Appreciate it. Yo, Adrian. Let's see, Mr. James. Hey, what's up, Jeff? Good to see you, old chum. Jeff in the house, pulling up a chair. Well, I got her. Hey, Steve, Johnny Bro, Juggalo. And you think we got nothing coming out good? You did not like that lineup, eh? You said, So you're not a huge Happy Gilmore person? Who's calling? Oh, I will have to call that right back. Hold on one second. Hang on one second, y'all. I'll call you right back. All right. Whoops. What happened there? Okay. So I have to return that call. That is an uber important call. Got to call that real quick. So let me just go through this and wrap it up. I think this is our wrap, y'all. That was my cue. My cue to you. Boom. Tag of blueberries, getting some haze in. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything this weekend. All right. Caught stealing the Austin Butler one. Watched The Mighty Quinn. I thought it was kind of average, except for Denzel. He rocked. I mean, usually that's it. Even if it's a mediocre movie, at least Denzel usually rocks. I watched a Terminator for the part of the movie challenge, and I watched Kingdom of Heaven, the director's cut. Nice. Those are good movies. I think all three Equalizers are good, but Man on Fire is better. You know what's funny is that is the one I hoped I had in my collection. Because when you got like 2,000 movies, you hope you have it. And I did not have Man on Fire. It's the only one I didn't have. I'm gonna say only one, but that is the one I wanted to watch. And when I realized I didn't have Man on Fire, because that's the one with Dakota Fanning, right? The little girl and him. So yeah, I wanted to see that one. So, but because I had the Blu-ray set, because my wife bought me that for an occasion, whatever it was, I had to put that one in. I think I'm gonna watch Malcolm X because I haven't seen that. Nice. Never thought I'd see a live stream where Denzel Washington and Steven Seagal. That's what I do, man. I bring the funk, right? Like, come on. You can't deny what I said. You can't. You watch Steven Seagal movies, right? His character, I think it's in his contract. You take a couple of licks, but he never goes down on the ground. You never see him like John McClane beaten like it struggles to get up, and he's like, oh yeah, no, he's like, you take a swap and then snaps your arm, breaks your leg, and he just does his little run, his run like this. He needs to work on his run. Yeah, and then what? And go watch Denzel. And nobody lays a finger on him. Like wham! I think he took a one shot in the face in the whole movie. Like when that guy was in the back of the car attacking him, I think, even that guy got his ass handed to him by Denzel in the front seat. Like back seat, you have the advantage. You can sneak up and he pulls a knife out, but nope, Denzel snatches the arm and then pow, 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 just keeps popping the dude in the face, and he laid that dude to rest. Just like Seagal. I might watch Phantom of the Opera for the musical. Okay, there you go. I definitely want to see Nobody 2. Really like first one. Samesies. Yeah, baby. Yeah, Nobody is really good. One of my favorite hidden gems. Nice. Yeah, man, it was a fun movie. Thanks, Huckster, dude. Laren, hope if you've already taken off, dude, have a great day. If you haven't, but either way, everybody have a good day. We're gonna wrap this up in just a second. How we doing on those likes, man? I haven't even looked. You guys let me know. I don't even have my stream up on YouTube, so it's up to you guys to let me know how many likes we have. I can't see them at this point because I only have StreamYard up. But yeah, thank y'all for coming, man. Have a great week. Yep, Dakota Fanning. I might have to see that. So have a great day. Okay. Thank you. Okay, y'all. Well, one last time, let me just remind y'all to please hold on. Let's pop it up. There we go. We'll do this one here. Yep. All right, y'all. So please go back and watch our watch along, which is literally like having a DVD commentary for Steel Frontier. All you gotta do is hit play on this thing. It airs on Prime, Amazon Prime, the Roku channel, and Tubi. We watched it via Amazon Prime. So there's a couple of commercial breaks. So when those hit, we still talk a little bit, but we try to like not get ahead of ourselves as we wait for the commercials to end. And then coming up on this Thursday night, a couple days from now, is we're going to have an evening with the cast and crew. And we're going to talk all about what it was like to make the movie Steel Frontier and talk generally about the studio PM Entertainment itself, what it was, what they were like in the heyday, and then, what sort of brought about their inevitable conclusion. We'll talk about all that good stuff. And Dave, thank you so much. We got 21 likes. That means we crested the 20 mark. Thank y'all so much. On the way out the door, if you have not hit like, or if you're just watching this on the replay, please smack that button. Let's get us up to 30, 35, something like that. And hopefully we'll see you guys on Thursday night. And for those of you who were there last night, I really appreciate you guys. That was a lot of fun having everybody there. All right, that's going to do it for today, y'all. Thank you so much. Have a great day, a great Tuesday. And we'll catch you later. Roll it, Bob. To all my cafe members for their support. And if you'd like to be a cafe member to help support the channel, please consider hitting that join button now. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming by and sharing your time with me. So until next time, be safe, be kind. I'll see you on the next one.